My Chevy Duramax diesel pickup truck picked a fight with a concrete post, and the concrete post won. It's pretty bad. Now, I wasn't behind the wheel. I was actually loaning my truck out to a family member. The good news is that everybody is safe and healthy. The bad news is that we have frame damage. The truck took the concrete post almost directly in the center, and it folded this front steel bumper like a taco. And sadly, it got into the frame horn and hit this cross member that joins the two front frame rails, and we have a slight little buckling here on the front end of the frame rail. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty sad and devastated over this entire ordeal. This truck is my #1 most prized possession, and on top of that, it is my safety savings account. I've had cash offers on this truck of $26,000 and $28,000. So I know that if times ever got tough, I could sell this truck and I'd be okay. Now, at the end of the day, I do believe that this damage is fixable. It's not going to be easy by any means, but I think we can fix it. So in today's video, we're gonna pull off this mangled steel bumper, pull the grill, get access to these frame rails, and see how far this damage goes. Welcome to my newest series, Saving Big Bertha, my beloved diesel pickup truck. All right, time to get to work. Let's get this grill removed. Now, I bought this truck in 2016. I sold my very first car, my Jeep Cherokee, for $6,000, and I invested all $12,000 of my life savings and bought this truck for $18,000. I didn't catch it during the inspection, but the head gasket was bad on bank 1. So shortly after, I had to do head gaskets on my brand new truck. I spent $6,000 on the head gasket repair. I put in stage 2 ARP head studs. I had the turbo pulled apart and rebuilt. And when it was all said and done, I had the entire engine gone through. I bought new wheels and switched from 18s to 16s, a new set of BFGs, King shocks all the way around. I bought a set of long travel Deaver leaf springs for the rear, U182s, CWF off-road shackles, fresh tint all the way around, new side mirrors, got the driver's seat reupholstered with a new Apple CarPlay system, Cognito upper control arms, and that's not even all the repairs and modifications. Long story short, I have put a lot of love into this truck. Let's start picking apart this bumper, see if we can get this thing removed. Holy cow, this thing's gonna be under some tension. Now, the rest of the parts for this truck, driver's side fog light, lower trim piece, upper trim piece, both these lower headlights, it's all in the truck bed. It all blew apart when this thing hit that post. I replaced this front bumper in 2017. One more over here. I think that's all the hardware. Now I just gotta see if this thing will come off. All right, there we go. Oh boy, that's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. These frame horns are just absolutely smoked. Now, the bumper's only a couple $100. This is the real damage that we need to look at. Now, these are called the frame horns, and they attach onto the front of the frame rails. I believe they're welded in place on the insides, and you can see we have frame damage right into back here behind the frame horn. And on top of that, this cross member here took the bolt of the damage, and it buckled slightly. And this cross member here joins these two front frame rails. So I think we're gonna have to cut this cross member out and weld in a new one. On top of that, we're gonna take this truck down to my boys at Quality Body Works. Luckily, I have a body shop that is absolutely like the best in the business here locally, and I think they'll be able to help me out. They have a frame straightening jig, and they're gonna put this truck on their jig and see how much they can fix and tell me what we're gonna have to weld if we do. Another point of concern is these body mounts that go to the front of the truck. And I'm just worried that these maybe got tweaked somehow and that the truck isn't gonna be sitting correctly. I don't know if it was like this pre-accident, but we have red paint on it, and it looks like this bushing is shifted a little bit forward in that cup. I haven't been able to see any buckling in the frame going past this point. This side looks pretty similar as far as where the body mount is sitting, and it looks to be at about the same angle, but we're not gonna know any of that for sure until we put this thing on the frame jig. I'm just trying to look at what else I can remove in order to make the body shop's time a little bit easier. I'd love some input from any of you guys if you have some body shop experience. I've never had frame damage on any of my vehicles, so this is a first for me. I don't know if we'll be able to get this side out. The secondary nut for this front bumper bracket, the bolt is sticking through here on a nut on the backside, but that's on a nut clip. And then the bolt is buried down here. So I might be able to stick a wrench on the backside here, see if I can break it loose. Maybe I'll try to put a socket on here and just bust this nut clip loose, but I'll try the wrench first. It's a good thing I got a DIY channel. Okay, it's pretty loose. Oh no. Oh shoot. It goes into the radiator and into this core support. It's gonna be deeper than I thought. Oh, it just got a lot more expensive. Whole front end's gonna come off. Came up, hit this piece of the core support, bent that all up and mashed the intercooler up. So AC condenser, either trans or power steering cooler, that's gonna come off. And then intercooler has to be replaced too. We might have a boost leak in there. And then this entire piece needs to be replaced. Bumper bracket's gotta come off too. Shoot, man, this thing hit everything and pushed it so far back that I'm afraid it shifted the body too. I just don't think that body mount's supposed to be shifted backwards like that. Luckily, this rear bracket piece looks relatively straight. This front one, I can't see any cracks. This is definitely shifted back a little bit. So this is slightly tweaked right here. And the steering box bolts up right there, which concerns me a little bit. This is where that cross member runs through both frame rails, and it's blurry, but you can see that it's concaved in there. This side bracket looks a little bit straighter, but again, man, I'm just concerned with those body mounts shifted so far backwards like that. Hopefully a Chevy technician can tell me if these body mounts normally sit a little bit tilted back like that. It's possible. I haven't seen anything else really shift backwards in the front end. But we're definitely gonna have to take this front core support apart because it's just tweaked and shifted right there. It's pretty rough. Now, passenger side isn't too bad. It looks like really just this tab tore and started to tweak backwards, and that's for the bumper bracket. I haven't seen really any crazy amounts of misalignment here, but driver's side, I mean, the frame completely folded right there. And you know, this front frame horn is just absolutely mangled to pieces. And it's not looking too good here on the driver's side. Here's a look at bottom side frame rail, passenger. Looks relatively straight. There you can see that tweak there on the frame horn. Here's the bottom of that front core support smashing up into the intercooler. The body mounts do go directly into this, so I don't know how deep I'm gonna have to go in order to get all this removed and replaced. And then bottom side of this driver's side frame horn is just smoked, pretty smoked. It's twisted in that way too, because when this hit the bumper, it just pulled everything in. And this side is still relatively straight. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Hi. Hello. Staying out of trouble? Huh? You staying out of trouble out there? Say hello. Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Hi. I would assume this is for airbag. I'm not positive, but if it is, I think we are pretty lucky this thing didn't throw the airbags. I think it was pretty dang close and probably wanted to, but I think we got lucky. This thing's nice and bone dry underneath. So this truck has a CST suspension dropped cross member because it's got a 4 to 8 inch lift on the front end with torsion bars. And so extended sway bar links, fully aftermarket cross member below the factory cross member, drops the differential down to keep the CV axles at a neutral height. Well, I don't know how much farther we need to go. Now I don't know what the frame horns include, how far it goes back. I think it's just this piece here and it's welded on in the front. Do we chop the front of the frame off, gusset it, and weld on a new piece? Can we straighten it and then chop out this cross member, run it through and re-weld it? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to talk to the guys over at Quality Body Works and see what their impression is of it and see how they wanna do it. And then I think I'm gonna have to do this core support piece myself to save some money. So we're literally gonna have to really tear down this front end. Probably trans cooler, power steering cooler, intercooler, and then radiator. I think only the intercooler is damaged, but this whole core support piece, I assume, is probably gonna be a lot of work to do and it might get pretty expensive. Is any of this stuff damaged? I don't think it got up into the fenders. That clear coat chip, I think, was there already. Headlights have always been a little loose. It's just Chevy's design, but gonna need new lower lights, new fog light assemblies, new front bumper, new grille. We got these plastic pieces here too. This one's buttoned in. This one looks like it's sheared off from the collision right there. So there's lots of various plastic pieces that I have just never done before. I'm a BMW guy, not a Chevy guy. I love this truck. I love my Chevy, but I don't know it as well as I know BMWs. So this plastic assembly, probably this plastic assembly, just play it safe because all this stuff got knocked loose. Well, I got everything broken, loaded into the truck bed. Let's go over what this truck might need. Frame straightening and frame horns, number one, and that's gonna be a big one. Number two, core support. This entire core support plus new intercooler. We also have a bent cooler bracket right here, both headlight bezels, left side and right side. We'll do a set of lower headlights. They usually come with uppers, so we'll probably do both. Driver side and passenger side fog light assemblies. And then new grille, new front bumper with bumper brackets to frame, as well as secondary bumper brackets. If we're gonna be doing all this, I'm gonna replace the body mounts here between frame and body in the front end. So in total, front bumper with upper and lower trim, both bumper brackets behind and sides, both front fog light assemblies, main grille assembly, upper headlights plus lower headlights, all new bulbs, core support, intercooler, frame straightening, cooler bracket, frame horns, both bezels for the headlights. I just sent a video update to my brother who is going to be taking care of all of the costs associated with this repair. And I did tell him we might want to look into insurance. There is a chance that insurance might want to total the truck or salvage it, and I'm not going to let that happen. That is not an option for me in this situation. But maybe we can pay a deductible and they'll be able to cover a majority of the cost. I'm not too sure. I want to hear your guys' opinions on what you think I should do in this situation. Maybe some people that are familiar with frame straightening and have seen damage like this before, or people that have worked for Chevy or worked for body shops and know this process. I would love, love, love your feedback in the comments down below. At the end of the day, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get this truck back up to the standard that it was before this accident. And this front end had never seen a collision before. So it's gonna delay the giveaway series a little bit. I was planning on driving this truck down to Southern California for Christmas. I was also hoping to coordinate with a body shop for dropping the giveaway car off around that same time. So things are gonna be delayed a little bit, but I gotta focus on my own personal projects before I can put all my time and attention back into the giveaway series. So be patient with me. I promise I will get that car given away to one of you guys. If you're not familiar with the giveaway series, I'm currently restoring a BMW E46, and when I'm done with it, we're gonna choose a lucky subscriber and give it away to them for completely free. And I'm gonna hand deliver it to you in person. But first, we have to fix my beloved Big Bertha diesel pickup truck. It's a sad day over here at the Day Off DIY shop, but we will recover. We will recover. God doesn't give us any challenges that we can't overcome. Drop a comment down below and let me know your feedback, your advice, your ideas on how we should go about getting this truck back on the road. I hope you enjoyed, or I hope you learned something new. And as always, folks, I'll see you on my next day off. Cheers.